These videos are designed to show you some unique places, give you the history, and give you any happenings that we might have had. Are they paranormal? I'll let you decide. What is the history behind this place?
Well, this place began, as far as the history written history is concerned, in the year 448 AD, with the founding of what's known as an oratory on the site of a small chapel here. This was a man called Saint Dubricius. He would have been motivated to come to this location because there would have been pagan rites going on here.
Yeah.
That's because there's the caves on the site, there's the prominence of the rock in the shape of the cliff here, and the springs more importantly. So especially the caves and the springs would have been seen as gifts from the gods. So he's coming and basically converting the site to Christianity when he founds the oratory.
Yeah.
Saint Dubricius himself is quite an interesting character. He's supposedly the man who crowned King Arthur. He's also, according to a lot of historians, possibly the Merlin as well. So there's this sort of Arthurian connection even possible with the location. Guy's Cliffe's most famous resident is a man called Guy of Warwick, who was a legendary 9th century figure. Essentially, around that time, he saves the crowning of England for the king, and he retires to this place for the last 3 years of his life and leads quite a solitary existence, estranged from his wife. And only on his deathbed did he tell her where he had been for many years, having been departed from her side for many years. So she came to his assistance while he was, passing away, and he died in her arms. And then about 2 weeks later, she committed suicide by leaping from the cliff here as well. So it's supposedly the ghost of Felice, Guy of Warwick's wife, who walks the grounds. It began, like I say, on a religious basis. It sort of developed with the founding of a chapel proper on the site, and then there were resident priests living here. It changed under the reign of King Henry VIII, as a lot of places did, and then its domestic side of life began with the actual first house being built here in about 1540.
Right.
And then there was a few other buildings come into play, but not any real major change until the mid-1700s, when a family called the Greatheads arrived here, and they started the house you see in front of us. And then that got expanded by a family called the Percys, who are quite renowned family. They have the seat up in Alnwick, which has been on Harry Potter.
Where I was born, all in that area.
So they came here and they added this large, almost like castle-like extension onto the property in the year 1898.
Okay.
And then when the family, the person who was responsible for building that passed away, his daughter inherited it, but she didn't really want to live in her father's house because it hadn't moved with the times. So it was mothballed for a period of time. And then along came the Second World War. Yeah. And during that period, it was used as a boys' home. And that was kind of in contrast with a change of role it had seen in the First World War as well, because during that particular conflict it had been what's known as a voluntary aid detachment hospital. Once the Second World War was over, it landed back in the family's hands who put the for sale sign up, and then it went through a series of owners, one of which was quite disastrous because he partially demolished it and then carved the entire estate up as well. And when he had finished doing all that, it had its last sort of real private owner. And this was a man who kind of tried to stop this previous man from doing some of the things he had done. And he even wanted to live in it, but it was too far gone. So he built a house between here and the mill, just down the road.
All right.
And for a long period of time, it was sort of wide open. There was just a sort of guy who had to get past him. He had a shotgun apparently. But you had to get past him
to get in here.
Yeah, and the kids used to sneak in what they called the hold haunted house.
Oh, okay, that's how it got the reputation.
It's always had that reputation, and it is a place of strange goings on. I must admit, and we have things like we had a crop circle, big massive crop circle field. Close by to us some years back. So it's just one of those places. I think originally the people of the very, very distant past knew that there was energy here to some degree.
Something different about it. And
would have gravitated to it for that reason as well.
Wasn't there a fire?
There was, yes.
Wasn't a movie set or something?
Present owners are the Freemasons, and
I saw the sign as.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so it's used for meetings by the Freemasons at this location. And in about the early 1990s, they were approached by Granada Studios, who were looking for a place they could use for filming of the Sherlock Holmes series they were in production with. And for a particular episode called The Last Vampire, this ticked all the boxes. They wanted an old ruined mansion where this supposedly strange vampiric-like figure would be seen to be burnt by the villagers in his house.
Right.
So, of course, this was days pre-CGI, and they were going to make it look as though it was on fire with fire trays and so on. And indeed, the clapperboard went down, they lit the fire trays, and it looked like it was on fire, but shortly afterwards it really was. Yeah. So at that time it was already partially ruined, but they ruined more of the ruin, if you see what I mean. Yeah.
Sealed the fate of it.
They sealed its fate, as it were. I wanted to get involved with a property like this in terms of helping it and so on. And producing a website along with a friend of mine, because that was kind of like, that was back in the days when the websites were coming up.
We're just starting
starting to come up and so forth. So we didn't know who to approach. No, it was a very sort of secluded location. But we just happened to be going by one day and spotted a sign that there was going to be a garden party here. So, armed with a new camera, which I wanted to try out, me and my friend were set to come and visit. The whole place being a garden party is, quite crowded with people and lots of things going on. And I've started to come down the drive thinking, great, I'm going to just take as many pictures as I possibly can of this place. But as I got near the big archway that brings you into the property, there was a man stood at one side of it, and whereas everyone else was moving around and looking at the things, he was stopped still with a dog at the side of him.
Okay.
Yeah. And I looked at him and he looked back at me, but the moment I met his eyes, my hairs went up,
It just wasn't right.
Yeah, something weren't right. I don't know. I just thought he was a strange man, Anyway, I had to get past him, so I thought, I shuffled past him. But nonetheless, I was aware that he was there, as I was going through the archway, and I thought I'd look back at him and just to check, you know what I mean? And I did look back, but the strange thing was he should have had his back to me, but he was turned around facing me again.
Yeah.
And again, when I met his eyes, my hairs went up. So I'm not so sure whether I was being checked out.
So what's your most memorable? Would it have been the sighting, or?
I don't know. I think there are certain things that, obviously, having hosted and looked after many groups here have come doing ghost hunting and so forth.
Why has it stopped? You just froze, and it's like, hang on a minute. This isn't even...
They will play with instruments.
Okay, we'll just say my camera just failed right in the middle of the
it did.
interview, which was really weird because I'd never done that before. So, but we're back now.
Yeah.
And we were talking about your most memorable
we had
moment.
One. I'll mention a couple. Where we did a paranormal investigation, and a friend of mine had taken a group into the chapel, which is just behind us, essentially. Mainly ladies in this group. I think there might have been one male, but I think it was mainly ladies, and they were all in the chapel. And I'd gone into a cavern, because there are rooms underneath the chapel, off from it, And we'd obviously asked out for some form of activity. We started hearing knocks. What became apparent to us was they were not in sync with what we were asking and so forth, because we're trying to do the one for yes and two for no and all that sort of thing, and they were quite loud though to us, so we thought, well, they've got to be for us because they're in the room, but they weren't. It was what was occurring in the chapel. And at that time we had walkie-talkies to communicate with one another, and of course my walkie-talkie went off saying, okay, you better get up here, we've cut the vigil short because people are so scared, so I got up here and I said, what's happened? And there's a whole group out here, and they're like puffing and like, whoa, that was heavy. And we said, what did you come out for? Did you see something or whatever? And they said, we thought the building was going to fall down because the response knocks were shaking the floor, the whole building. And they actually thought this was seismic, you know what I mean? It was so heavy.
Yeah.
So it was just the sheer magnitude of that which surprised me, because I could hear them as loud knocks, and we were through, 10 foot of rock away.
Yeah.
They were that impactive. Nonetheless, I went with it. I took this lady and the group down into the chambers down below the chapel there, and we proceeded to have a vigil. Literally, as I got in the room, I could feel the energy in it. It felt electric. So I said, well, we'll try a little bit of table tipping. Now, we used to have quite sizable tables, about this sort of size, so about a metre and a bit long, a metre and a half long, so not small tables. And I've separated, there was 3 of them, separated them, and I've said, put your fingertips gently on them, and we'll see if we get anything back, because we've had some good responses in the past. And as I've knocked the lights off, they're off. And I'm talking not just like a little bit of murmuring, they're just bouncing around straight away. And then it starts to get quite violent, And I'm on one side of the table, and this lady made the comment about the casinos on the other side. And this table just launched up at her and went right over and into her, and I went almost with it,
Wow.
And I thought, my God, because at first when the table started jolting about, they were joking with one another, thinking they were all doing it, and then they got frightened, and then that happened. It was like... And I've gone up with it, and I thought, oh my God, So I thought, I don't know who's doing it, but I better pull it down. But what was strange was it was like pulling it against like grease or something, it was like it was in fluid or something. It was very strange to say.
Weird.
It didn't come down as though it should do. And so I got it down a little bit. It was like someone was resisting me, but it was so gradual. It wasn't like someone was just holding it like that sort of thing. It's like just a resistance against my movement. So anyway, I've got it down to about, let's say, because I've stood up at this, because I've obviously gone up with it. So I've got it down to about here. And it launched up again, but it launched violently, and I felt the force, and I thought, oh my God, it's going to get this one, because it went right over into her, and I could feel the strength behind it. And I just knew it wasn't any of them. And I just thought, I got to call a halt to it, because this is, going to frighten them, and it was almost out of control.
That just about finished them.
So this is affectionately called the Undercroft, but isn't really the Undercroft. It was never called that. It was called the mansion under the chapel.
Oh, okay.
Which would mean many-roomed house.
Yeah.
So, although there's obviously a number of rooms still present, we think there was a lot more originally. Okay. And we still believe that there's about another 40-50% possibly to come of Guy's Cliff, because the thing's sealed up here and so forth. And we've been told of chambers below things and so forth. So great exploration for us to find these things if we ever possibly can,
So what would this have been?
So this would have been rooms for probably the priests, and then became bathrooms later on and so forth. So the people definitely inhabiting these rooms. They've chopped and changed them, of course, over the course of time. So on the floor you can see the thin bricks are Tudor in nature, but obviously they've made partitions with the modern bricks and also walled over and so forth. It does go down again. If you look round the corner of there, you'll see it goes into a chamber which got made into an ice house. But it was already existed before this. So we affectionately call it the dungeon.
All right.
Because it ticks a few boxes if it was to be used in that manner. There's just a small flight of steps, and then you would drop into it, and out here in the floor there was a grate looking down into it as well. So and then we go out the back.
A door.
See what I mean about it being chopped and changed around though. Just watch the steps there.
I nearly put the wrong foot on. I could see how slippy.
Again,
In England.
So this is a sort of backwash of the River Avon. Coming out here.
What's a face?
It is, isn't it?
Face.
Yeah, it's very strange that. It does look like a strange face, doesn't it? And this part of the building was used as a brewery.
Right.
Yeah. So this houses a well,
Okay.
and this is where the vortex of energy
Yeah,
comes
where
up
you feel
from.
it coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a chamber at the back, which is a bit of an odd one.
Look at the old.
The back you have this sort of mysterious chamber with
Oh wow.
a strange shaft cut at its rear.
Yeah. And you don't know what it was for, or?
No, it's odd because it's quite wide, and
Yeah.
yet what it leads up to at the top there is quite narrow. I think possibly this is an early chapel,
Yeah.
and then it very soon warranted an actual chapel building.
Yeah.
So they've maybe made a niche that was used in that respect.
Yeah.
So this is the cavern that Guy of Warwick is supposed to have inhabited
Right.
for the last 3 years of his life,
Yeah.
back in the 9th century.
Okay.
One form is old Saxon,
Right.
and the other one is Mercian, which is very designer. And that's been collaborated by a gentleman.
There's
that
a
was,
date there, 1717.
Yeah. That's a lot later. That's an awful lot later. Because
But even then, it's so old, isn't it?
it's so this writing, if you trace it, if you look back
Yeah.
to Saxon times, then it's definitely way before 1700.
Wow. Wow.
Right, and then we'll have a little wander down to the cloisters. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, not what you expected to see, I suppose, just wandering down here.
No.
No.
That is beautiful.
Isn't it?
Unusual, but what is it?
So
That's
nobody
a good
knows what it's
question.
for, do they
It's a
not?
good question. Possibly just a folly,
Yeah.
but I'm not so sure about that.
It's unusual to have a folly that's inside something because follies are normally on the
You
outside.
normally want to show a folly off, don't you?
Yeah, you do, but it's something
Yes,
that's
exactly.
not. Yeah.
Definitely, and also
Yeah.
then easily accessible, not took that away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got 2 sort of resident spirits in here. Well, actually 3, yeah.
So 3 that are regular.
3
Yeah.
that are regular. So there's quite physical stuff in here as well.
Okay.
Yeah. I've seen a K2 move across the floor here.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. Got an old artefact. Ancient coffer over in the corner there.
Oh.
So what
Yeah.
is that? A real?
It's not a coffin,
But
but it's a really old ancient chest. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that came from the chapel. They would have, well, they might have put bodies in state in such a size
Yeah.
casket
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, but generally
Look at it.
things like religious artifacts and stuff.
Yeah, would be-
all that sort of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Hidden in there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to drop the light a little bit now. Oh, this torch is getting hot. Come forward if you can.
It's a bit rude because we've just come in here
We're not introduced on
Yeah, we haven't introduced
and
ourselves.
you wouldn't even know who we are,
Yeah.
which I always like to just introduce. So it's polite. So my name's Alison.
And my name's Cag, and sorry, it's a really unusual name.
And you should know us. My name's Adrian.
Hiya, I'm Aisha.
If we got our usual resident spirits.
Four.
Poor.
So we've got a triangle that goes, it's green one side and red the other. We've got one with some orange numbers on, little box there. If you go towards that, we get lots of different coloured lights on that one.
Leave here.
Oh, we've only just got here.
We'd like to talk.
Hmm.
We will leave soon. We're not going to be here for too long.
Closed. Help me.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Okay. I think it's because there's never been this amount of instruments in here, has it?
Yeah.
It's quite
Okay.
But I think they're finding it interesting.
Well, that's kind of 2 or 3 different. They've done the music box now. They've done the blocks. They've done the EDI. It's almost like they're trying it all out.
Trying it out each
And it's
one,
interesting.
find their favourite.
Yeah, it's interesting that that was what you were talking about just a few moments ago. Go to that side, it'll turn red.
Yeah.
Green.
Yeah. So you've done that one. Thank you so much.
Thank you for doing
You
that.
remember me talking about the figure that nearly formed in the corner?
Yeah, yeah.
The young lad. He's called Jacob. I don't know what sort of age he is though, really.
No,
I
but
don't
you
think
always
he's that
portray him as childlike.
I get the feeling he's like a 14-year-old, 15-year-old kid,
Right.
but probably mentally a bit younger than that,
Yeah.
if you see what I mean. Yeah.
So, because for me, I don't have the ability to see or hear you. So for me, I need to depend on this for you to let me know that you're here.
Okay, you was talking about that and that the temperature's just dropped suddenly.
Did it?
Yeah, that dropped by 3 degrees. It went from 154 to 151 with that.
Oh,
That's not 3.
behind us.
0.3.
Animals.
That must be an animal. That has to be an
Yeah.
animal.
It has to be an animal.
That's too loud.
Shall I see what it is?
Yeah, I think you should put the torch on it. Although they should be frightened by the noise of our voices.
It sounded like bits falling.
It did sound like
It
something.
didn't sound like up there though, from where I
It sounded down in the corner where the
It
hole
sounded
is.
over here. And it sounded like bits falling as
It
well.
it did.
But there's nothing up there. And you would, yeah.
The temperature's dropping again.
Oh, sorry, it's my fault.
I'm not used to that one.
Yeah,
You probably got me jumping on
got the
that.
torch on. That woke us up a bit.
It did.
It's quite clear though, which is good.
Alright, so
Leaving
it's
it
not that
there.
little speaker actually.
I was wondering if you can go up to that little box
Some volume on it.
and maybe leave your voice on
What
it.
about, was that Insinix or was that you?
Voice and we can listen back.
Sleeping.
What's that? Were you anything to do
No.
with...
Don't.
So what do you reckon?
Go back, because I could have sworn it went tth, and then tth again.
Battery's low. Please recharge in time.
What?
You don't feel like you're going to come right up to us.
Hey.
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 What's happened there?
The battery's died.
What the?
Hopeless.
What do you
It
need?
hasn't died.
A night has
They've
been drained.
it.
Drained.
Yeah. What do you need? A 9 volt?
No,
No,
it's,
it's a
you have to
charge
plug
one.
in.
So it's all fully charged.
Oh
when you
no.
leave. That's alright. Hey, oh, it's not as good, but I've got that little ramble.
Oh yeah,
But it's not as loud.
that's all right.
It's not as clear. That speaker's much better. So you always carry more than one thing, don't you?
Yeah.
Just
When
in-
your season goes to
Just in case.
you know about these things, yeah.
So I brought my little box. It's got a orange light on. I'm going to even put it a little way away from us so that you don't feel like you're going to come right up to us. Hey.
What's it gone off?
You could see that that orange light was on over there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Yeah.
That's as much as it's recorded, even though it was recording.
What?
Okay.
That's weird.
That's
Okay.
not because it was recording.
Yeah, I saw the orange light on it.
Well, it would have to be because I put it down
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it continued.
And I said, go to the box with
Yeah.
the little orange light. Can you remember me physically
Yeah.
saying those
Yeah.
words? So the orange box. Okay.
So that's it then.
That's it. That's all that's on there, and yet that recorded for the whole time.
I think they're just warming up, honey, because the temperature's dropping here. So they're warming.
My hairs aren't going up or anything yet, but
Yeah.
That's weird.
Obviously, whoever it was didn't want to.
I'll tell you what, that was your... I'm not entirely sure my battery was drained on that thing. It was fine
Yeah.
the other day,
Yeah.
and then come tonight, gone.
That's
And then you've lost power
well. We also had my video
on
do
your
that.
speaker.
Suddenly do an error.
Yeah, and
When we're outside.
yeah.
So. Okay. Well. Would you talk to us?
Children.
Children again.
Children
We've
again.
had children come out 3 times
Yeah.
and the number
And
2
poor.
come out twice.
Poor children.
Yeah. And homeless.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
What
it's an
can you?
orphanage.
Oh yes, of course.
Oh, what's that?
No,
Yes.
full-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you
Sorry.
children from the
Yeah.
orphanage?
So poor children.
Yeah. I only just clicked, I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
A minute, so I'll leave you for a second, yeah,
Yeah, and just see what happens.
and then
with
see
the girls.
if me going out
Yeah.
affects anything actually.
All right, it's just us ladies now. So if there is anybody here.
It's just us 3 in here now.
Yeah.
We'd love that you could come and speak to us. Or light up some of the equipment, some of the balls. It's a beautiful little music box just down there.
I'll show you how it works. So you can listen to the music.
They do like music, you know.
All you got to do is stand right here. Oh,
Wow.
video. You like the music?
Oh,
Thank you very much. I
We-
knew that you like the music. I
we-
like music too.
you can play it yourself if you want to.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
You don't have to depend on me doing this. You can come and play with it. Does that make you excited to hear the music?
Mary.
Mary. Oh, hello.
Oh, Mary, hello.
Is it Mary or Merry?
Might be Mary.
Oh, Mary, yeah.
Okay, is it Mary as from the Warwick Castle maybe? Mary? Daisy, Daisy, Mary? Possibly? If not, you're still very welcome to be here.
Yeah, it's colder here.
It's dropped colder here than it is by
It
the
is
door.
colder here than it is by the door.
And it should be colder by the door.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a definite temperature change between that door area
Is
there
there?
and here.
Definitely. It's just us ladies now.
That's just Adrian coming back.
Sorry?
Well, I expected him to come through the door.
Yeah, quite often get that.
Eh?
That's why I didn't really quite often get that.
You just hear the sound.
Yeah.
And then nobody comes.
Yeah, that's
Nobody comes through.
He's actually outside having a smoke because he's quite a way away.
Can you
So,
see?
long
Oh no,
way
I
away.
can see
Yes.
quite away.
Yeah, he's actually making his way now. He's quite a way away.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know where we stood earlier when we were talking
Yeah,
about that wall?
yeah.
So
That's
he's
where
right
he was.
down there, but
Yeah.
that sounded like
It was outside the door.
somebody was about to come through that door.
Yeah.
You know when
Well, you know when you were outside,
Yeah.
we thought you were coming through the door
Oh.
because it was almost like you could hear somebody coming up to the door and about to come in. We thought you were, and we would stand here waiting for you to come in, and you weren't there.
Oh,
we could see you
So-
vaping down by the
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
the big
I stopped
concrete.
for a second or two to
Yeah.
have a vape.
Oh,
yeah.
quick.
Well, you're not going to sit there and do it.
Oh, no, no. Sorry. Oh, gosh, is she bossy? Oh, my God, because you're the boss doesn't mean, you know what I mean?
You're going to
You
hear.
are.
You're going to hear all the
Oh,
questions.
K2's actually flicked to life.
Hello. Lisa's come up twice as well. The name Lisa.
Okay.
Can you make it go into the red? That's it. Make more lights come on.
Lovely. Wow.
That's it. Bit more. Oh, no, you stopped.
Can you do that?
That's
That's it. Up into the orange. And if you really want to show us something, take it into the red.
Dark.
It's dark in here.
Well, yes, Keck's going to go into the dark.
I am.
I reckon you can stand by that cough thing over there.
Oh, thanks for that.
That's all right. All right, so that lady over there who's called Cag, she's got some funny things on her ears. And she's listening.
Out.
Okay. And she's going to tell us anything that she can hear you saying. So maybe you can try and say something to her.
Out.
She can't hear the questions. Were you saying out? Was that a warning? Not that you want us to leave, but that you think we should.
Guys.
That you think we should leave. Maybe somebody got hurt in here, and you're worried we'll get hurt.
I'm just going to go outside for a minute.
That's got
You all right?
very strong spirits associated with that.
Goodbye.
Oh,
That's interesting.
that was interesting.
Interesting.
Goodbye, go. That was, well, because she's got her back to us.
Yeah, exactly. She couldn't know.
There is no way she could know, and you can hear how loud the ghost box is. Did you want us all to go?
Might not like Aisha because she's quite sensitive. Might consider.
Hello.
Hello.
Cemetery.
Cemetery.
Are you happy with just us in here? We don't mean any disrespect, and we don't mean to...
8.
8.
What's significant about 8?
How many of you are here?
8.
Okay,
8 again.
that's what time, doesn't it?
Here.
Oh,
8. Oh. Okay.
okay.
Time to go.
I was just about to say, I was just about to say, do you want us to leave?
Oh. Right.
In my head, I was about to say that. Are we annoying you now? We don't mean to, and we're quite happy to respect that if you don't want us here. And we can move on. That's all right. I felt like something just stroked my neck then.
Yeah, they can get physical.
Yeah, it's not in a bad way. It was just...
What did she say?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to listen back. Just felt like somebody struck my hair and moved it.
Second.
It might be Jacob in the air though. He likes to touch her.
He's the one.
He's the one. That's all right, Jacob. If you want to touch my hair, you're quite welcome to.
Morning.
Yes.
Maybe you can go up to Cag over there.
Compelled.
Leave here.
It's interesting that it's choosing the same words
Yeah.
a lot. Like warning, leave here. Yeah.
And that's why I wonder if
Ice.
whoever's here has had a bad experience and
Possibly.
Cemetery.
and is warning.
That's
Oh,
cemetery
it's a
again.
horrible
Yeah.
laughing.
And whether it's trying to warn us because they're worried that what happened to them will...
Yeah.
Even though it's not reality now, like what it was
it's-
back then. Did somebody get hurt in here?
Well, there's been a man picked up fearing for his life. There's also been a woman who had a thing called boarding done to her.
What's...
You know what boarding is? When they suspect you of being a witch. They
Oh, okay,
a
yeah.
large board on you and more weights till it crack your bones. And
Oh,
What?
okay. I was either touched or had a muscle spasm. My back.
It's interesting because I was about to
Yeah.
also ask because Kay's got different hair to me.
Dream.
Are you playing with Kag's hair as well? She's got lovely curly hair. Mine's just boring and straight. Can you just maybe let Kag know you're there?
At least try.
You try really hard? Just let her know. Maybe touch her again.
Threat.
I'm just going to leave you a moment to see what.
All right.
in the next
Lisa.
show. Is that
Okay.
okay.
There's just two of us now. There's Kag and there's me.
Good.
Good. Maybe you can tell us your name.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, you can. Are you just choosing not to?
Don't leave.
No, we're not going to leave. Would have been a long time since you heard your name being said. Do you remember it?
Okay, it feels like somebody's touching the bottom of my coat.
If you're touching keg after I asked you to, thank you.
So yours coming back in. Whoa, it's cold in here.
Yeah.
No.
Hello again.
We're all back in now.
Thank you.
Right,
Revolve.
just saw some
Behind you.
something
Behind that lid.
near the triangle. What's it
Right.
called again? The instrument.
Yeah.
Yeah, just saw.
Right, 'cause that's-
Satanic.
A lot of children's voices coming through. We just can't work out the words.
Don't leave.
No, we're not going to leave yet.
It's interesting. It keeps repeating that theme, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's almost like one saying leave, the other one saying don't leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, which one do you listen to?
I think it might be targeted at different people.
That ever.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Hurry up. Out.
Yeah, we can go. We're going to move on. You're quite welcome to come with us. Keep an eye on us, make sure that we behave ourselves.
Some laughing.
Oh, that's my stomach.
That's impressive.
That was impressive. That was that cheese.
Very.
That was that cheese mac I had.
Find the ball.
Find the wall.
Find the ball.
The wall.
The wall.
Find the wall. Is there something behind a wall that needs to be found?
Find.
Find. Okay.
What's behind the wall?
Do not.
Dead.
The dead.
Mm-hmm.
Is there people buried here?
Dead.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Just getting
Oh, was
interesting.
it? Sorry.
Yeah.
Where's the wall that we're supposed to find?
Dead.
Dead again. The dead are here, are they?
Dead and wall are going next to each other, aren't they?
Yeah.
Dead and
Do you
what's that?
know?
Is there somewhere you'd like us to go?
An individual coming in.
An individual,
Individual
coming
coming. That's a long.
in. That is, isn't
Okay.
it?
Because it should flick through quicker.
Yeah.
But you only get at
Okay.
maximum
Together.
2 words.
Wait.
Oh, we're waiting. What are we waiting for? Is somebody coming to join us?
Murder.
That sounded way too happy.
Good day.
And that's interesting as well.
No.
Good day would be an Australian
Yeah,
term.
exactly. I was thinking that.
Why have you got that on English radio?
Have you picked? Yeah, but you might have an attachment.
Lisa.
With these two.
With these two. So we brought somebody with us?
Yes,
Sounds
you have.
like it. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, sorry, I've just been told you have.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Have you come from one of our own venues? All right, well, we're going to go move on. Have you got your torch to flash at Kag? Because I can't shout at her because she can't hear me.
Cemetery.
Cemetery again.
Cemetery again. There's got to be.
Camp.
Dead
There's got to be
cemetery wall.
bodies in here.
It's interesting it said to look for the wall.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder if there's an
Forward.
area that's been blocked
We've
off.
also
on
had
here.
forward.
Well, I saw a lot more.
If you just flash it at her and dance the torch around, she'll... Yeah, just
How's
dance it
going?
around. Yeah, that's it. That's kind of the alert for we've Because you can't shout at them because they can't
No,
hear.
yeah.
You're right.
That sounds amazing.
Cool.
But when I think you said goodbye, wasn't it? Because
I left.
Yeah, you left.
you left and you were at the door.
Right, the reason why I left is because I was told by my guide, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm a bit... Right,
No,
so
that's
I was
all right.
told by my guide to leave,
Yeah.
and not only to leave because that's what I was being told, but if I was to leave, you would get better results.
Okay.
Right, that's what I was told, so I went to the loo and I stood outside for a
Yeah.
while.
Because as you got to the door, she said
It
goodbye.
said goodbye,
Yeah.
and I said,
Because you would have heard it as you got to the door. Yeah.
and I said, bye, like that.
Or it said good, didn't it? I'm leaving.
Yeah.
You said I'm leaving now. Good.
Good.
And then-
And it's only a ghost box and a headphone set.
Is that all it is?
That's all
Yeah.
it is.
Oh, wow.
But you were getting some really long, because like
And
you
I'll show
say,
you how loud it is because
we'll stick it on my ears and
let me just get it going. Hold on. I haven't
let me
changed the
hear
volume.
what you
so-
are hearing. Try and give me some words.
So is anybody here?
No.
Is that what it said?
How
No.
many living people are in this room? How many living people? Can you tell me? You can hear how loud it is, can't you?
Yeah.
Because what that does, it takes the bias out of the questions. Because he doesn't know what we're asking.
Oh, yeah, of course. I never even
So-
thought of that.
So whereas if you're listening to it, normally
Yeah.
you know what you're expecting to hear
Yes.
because you've asked the question, but he
It's
doesn't
like
know
the
what.
old thing on,
Yeah.
like TikTok with brainstorm or
Yeah.
those-
So what you've done is you've taken
Yes, no, I got a yes.
you've taken the bias out of it.
Oh, wow.
And it's funny, some people can tune in, they almost trance out.
I'm not getting.
Can I?
Pretty much, I only
can
got
I-
a yes and a
no,
no.
no,
That's
no,
all
no.
I got.
There isn't.
But there's no way you could hear what was going on in the room with
No.
that. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And
And you've got
that's
to remember, I'm further away from you
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
and that's what I'm saying, you've taken the bias out of it.
It was really strange because I started rocking and I
You
didn't
were
say
rocking.
anything, but we were going
Yeah.
opposites. You were going side to side and I was going backwards and forwards. But I almost felt, it sounds awful, like an anguish in my head. And then it come through about
Where?
Did you say attachment? And when you said that, I felt like, and it came through you two. So when you look at this back, you'll hear the
Yeah,
word
so
you
did
two.
you?
Yeah.
Because it said good day, didn't it? Good day.
That's
Yeah,
what
that's-
started it.
that's
That's
really
what started it. 'Cause I
weird.
thought that would
And
be
the
weird
word-
on an English radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Station.
then the word also came through murder and some other words very similar to that. And I actually remembered then the conversation we had up in the room to begin with about the book. We
Yeah.
were joking
Yeah.
about you giving the book about Adelaide being there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Being
the
a-
murder
all
capital.
that kind of
Yeah.
fitted in. So I,
Yeah.
I then thought, or I don't know whether it was, but that something is with you guys.
Right.
But then if you go around to lots of different places and something or somebody, an energy likes your energy,
We're in our places all the time, so it's
Yeah.
like they know you,
yeah,
we
yeah,
know
of course,
them.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it didn't feel all negative.
No, no.
It just felt, for me, because it wasn't an
Yeah.
energy I was used to, it felt quite chaotic.
Which, if it's from the asylum,
It probably would be.
it probably would be.
That would make sense,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would
wouldn't
make
it?
sense.
And the murder would make sense because of, there were lots of murderers
Lots
put
of
in
murderers
there.
in
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I had my hair just before you had
But-
that. I
but
had my
you
hair
had
neck
it there.
stroked.
Yeah, and
Really?
you would have
Yeah.
known that. Yeah. Yeah.
And it was shortly after that, and I was just about to say, "Can you go and touch Cag's hair? Because her hair's very different." I'll go and touch Cag, and then you suddenly said that.
Yeah, just it was really
Yeah.
weird. But then I felt it out as though you know the long bit at the back,
Yeah.
as though somebody had got hold of that bit there. That was a bit weird. Cool.
Excellent. Right.
Super-duper.
All right.
Onwards and
Well,
upwards.
thank you. We're going to move on now.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you do a little session and then somebody else could do a little session with them?
If we're not getting it.
I'm not the greatest person, as you saw.
Yeah, some
in
people
terms
can
of,
just.
Yeah,
That is loud.
it is loud, isn't it? Though.
But it's good because you can hear that we can't hear the questions.
Ooh, got a bit of feedback
Bat.
there.
Was that?
It sounded like a squeak of a bat, didn't
It's a
it?
bat. It's a sonar.
Actually, I've not really introduced myself, so I do apologise. So my name is Cag, we've got Alison, and you know these two people over here.
Yeah,
Hi.
it's me, Adrian, and Aish.
Aisha.
Can you tell me your name, please?
You know we get...
Jose.
What was that?
Jose.
Running.
Jose is the name of the dog of our caterer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, how cool's that? Do you know what the name of the bird is that's in there? Can you tell me?
Tonight, bones.
Was that bones or phones?
Bones.
Where?
Are there people buried in there? Can you tell me that, please?
People's bones.
You see, I'm not hearing anything much. Anything?
Are you cold?
No, why?
You sounded really weird.
Why?
You sounded though you were absolutely frozen.
Frozen in like.
And you were like muffling, like you got your mouth underneath your coat, so it was like slightly muffled.
Well, I had my t-shirt over my nose a couple of times.
Well, that's probably why we couldn't hear you then. Gordon Bennett. Why don't you give one of these? Do you want to go?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Go on then. Can I give you that?
Yeah, of course.
Pigeons seem quite calm, don't they?
One did flap a little bit while she was there.
Drop.
I did drop.
She almost dropped. Do you know what the writing is up on the wall? What that means?
Drop.
Drop again. Drop to where?
Ready.
Into the well.
Belfry.
Belfry.
Drop.
Help.
Was that whistling
Here.
outside?
Yeah. Would there be people near here?
Yes.
Yes.
Have.
How many people are buried in this area? Can you tell me that, please?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Theo.
So yeah, okay. Right, we've been told.
There's family.
There's family. Okay.
Book. Priest.
Were these people that were murdered, and is that why you're not telling
Yes.
us? Okay.
Okay.
John.
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 Is that your name?
Me.
It is you.
Cool.
Hello, John. What was your
Help.
help? What was your role here, John? Did you work here?
For the first time. I thought we were safe. Vehicle.
Yeah, plane.
Jane.
What happened to you? Can you tell us?
Drown. And
Drowned.
Drown. Could be getting some decent
Especially
answers.
when we're around the well area.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Did you fall in the well?
you're safe.
Because it dropped, didn't it?
Well, we are safe because the wells are covered now.
Did you fall in the well?
I'm tired.
Okay.
Were you pushed? Were you pushed into the well?
I'm safe. Rock.
It's unsafe here.
That's amazing.
You came out with
There's a couple of things you came out with dead on, didn't you?
yeah.
Yeah. Drown. Came up, dropped.
To be honest, I closed my eyes and I did feel myself rocking, but I was enjoying it.
Yeah.
I was kind of enjoying that, so I was just going with it. Yeah.
It was like, did we ask us almost like how did you die? Drown.
Drown, yeah.
Yeah, you have a go with those. I'll have a go with that. I don't think I'll get much, but I'll have a go.
Give it
Yeah.
a go.
Can you tell me what this building was used for?
Speak up.
I don't want to speak too loud, be able to hear what I'm saying. I do apologise for being too quiet. What was this building used for? Can you tell me? Okay. Can you tell me what it was used for, please?
Don't come in.
Okay, I'll just stand here
You want
then.
me to stay out here?
What was your job? Did you work here?
What should I do?
Okay, I've just heard a couple of footsteps on the grill out here.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine.
Can you tell us who is it walking around outside?
Warning. Get inside.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Why?
is she in danger out there?
Run back.
Oh, God. Is she in danger out there?
Like.
What will happen if she doesn't come in? What will happen to my friend if she doesn't come in? Is it?
Yeah, it's just inside. Okay. Like all footsteps.
He's coming.
Oh. What's the name? What's the name of him that's coming?
Who is it? Who's out here with me?
I'm getting some really weird interference. Really weird.
What will happen to my friend if she doesn't come in? Will she be harmed?
It looks like it's subtle.
Man.
Like a man moving around.
Accommodate.
How many people are walking around this building?
And somebody's gone cold.
And then, you know,
And I think it's just killed something.
How are you feeling out there?
Well, when I first came out, it was quite warm.
Impress.
But I am absolutely frigid only at the moment. Point where I'm shivering, whereas minutes ago I was thinking how warm it was.
What's your name?
Julia.
hello Julia.
Who are
Ooh. Something just, a small female just went, hi.
Yes, yes. Because
That was as clear as.
perfect. I'm glad you heard it too. Hello.
I'm not the greatest. I only said the clearest of things that came to me.
That's
Yeah.
fine, that's cool.
Yeah.
Because I was hearing something moving around out here
All right. Okay.
and footsteps just out here, and you were saying things like, get back in,
Get in.
get in.
Oh, right. Okay.
Run.
Run.
Right.
Come on,
Okay.
quick,
Yeah.
warning.
Get inside. Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting then, isn't it? Yeah. What do you want to do in here? Do you want to try sitting around a table and
Yeah, we can
see if
do.
we can
Yeah.
maybe get them to rock it for
Yeah.
us? Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know. Let's just rest our hands on the edge of it and see if anything happens. But this is only just as a side thing. Otherwise, we'll just sort of maybe ask out, do a vigil. So spirits, if you're here with us in this room, we'd love you to come forward, say hello to us, and maybe light up one of our instruments. Give us a sign of some sort that we recognise.
Ball
from you.
going off behind you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. There's lots of things for you to play with here. So please go around them all if you can and affect them. Maybe you're some of the servants who would have used this room. Or maybe you see it as something different because this is a house built over a former house. So to you might be some other room. So you made that click noise?
No.
There was a click noise down to my side there.
Okay. Well, I'm aware of that.
Thank you if that was you making the noise. And for lighting, is that a catwalk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Can you stop the catwalk for me? Thank you. And could you start it again now? Can you start doing it again?
Sorry, guys.
Paula?
It's just in here, isn't it?
It is a little
That's
bit.
just me, it's alright.
Yeah.
I was going to grab a... Apologies, cut.
You just
Medical
ruined a very good investigation
I'm
like that.
sorry. I don't want to boil my coffee. Okay.
Oh, bless you.
Come on, somebody's here. Do you want to come and join us, please? It's my first time being here, so I'd love to meet you if possible. Come all the way from Australia, which is a long, long, long way.
It's just so calm in here.
Can you go?
That's what I feel, isn't it?
Can you go in front of the playing music box for me, please? If you go and stand in front of it so you can play a tune.
I know you can do it because you did it as we came in.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's a nice sound.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go back further in time.
What's that?
Is that you?
No,
Made that noise.
it was over to the side of us. Seems like everything's calmed.
In here it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Never known it this calm in here.
Be interesting to see what happened during the abandonment.
Yeah.
Well, I was right, a catball did go off, but only for brief.
Yeah. But it's good that it didn't continue, otherwise you'd be going, it's glitchy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, because it stopped.
Do you want to try somewhere else? Because this is quite calm. Or... Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, okay, yeah, cool. What are you going to do?
I reckon, did you want to do another Estes before
Yeah.
we... Did you want to...
You
I
are the
don't mind.
best.
Because you are the best.
I just hear it and I get frustrated
Yeah.
then because I've said something but I've also missed something.
What's the year? Do you remember?
I'm talking.
Oh, are you? Sorry, we are trying to listen. What would you like to talk about?
Innocent.
You were innocent.
On it. Water. Sing.
Did you drown? Water comes up a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The
Did
theme
something
They're
of-
looking at him.
Why are they looking at him?
Unfortunately. Died.
Oh, is that
Dead.
why? Is that why they're looking at him?
I'm.
Did you get accused of this, Thomas?
For now.
Are you?
He's everywhere.
Are you?
Here. There.
Here, there, and everywhere. Can I just ask if you're the same person who drowned?
You've got to ask.
Why? I like that.
Again.
Can I just ask?
Um,
You've got to ask. It's the fact that it's the same words. Do you remember what this house was used for?
What's this place used for?
he got
In your day, when you were here.
ice.
Nice. That's a nice house.
One of many. And There's more. Priest. Okay, guys, I've got to stop because something's behind me and it's just touched the back of my coat.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right. Can she hear it? She can't hear us.
Loads out of us, right out, yeah.
Sorry.
No, don't apologise.
I actually felt a tug that was, see my tail there?
Yeah.
And it literally pulled me back like that. I don't know whether, if you
So it
were
was
recording
forceful.
me, you might have seen.
I would have had the camera in that direction.
Right, in that case you might have. And I was like, yeah, game over now.
It was strange when I was just stood there and I was looking this direction, and at the back there's an archway that we've come across.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's about the same.
Yeah, and that I kept getting, this is the same size as it,
And
which
it
it
is.
probably is.
Okay.
Yeah,
That might solve a lot of problems, as in if that was the tunnel, you know, if that was the main.
yeah, because there's rumours of tunnels and stuff
Right.
and
Okay.
other chambers.
Well, whatever it is, obviously wants you to find the wall.
Yes.
Yeah, we kept getting that, didn't we? Yeah.
Dead.
Yes.
Not your side.
Oh,
Excellent.
excellent.
That was really cool.
Yes. It remains out lovely. Yeah.
It's brilliant. Well, thank you so much.
It's lovely to meet you.
We enjoyed it. Yeah.
No, it was good. It's very different
Good.
as well. No, it's lovely.
Good.
Very lucky. Love it.
Too soon, the night came to an end, and it was time to leave. I feel we created more questions than we did finding answers. I would like to finish by thanking Adrian and Aisha for being such wonderful hosts and allowing us in there for the night. Hopefully, we get to return soon and maybe find those answers.